let's talk about a make or two. You've already shared some awesome stories with us for as part of the conversation here, but another make or two you'd like to share.
I will tell you, there's a lot of things. I've been very, very blessed in my life, and I in a very comfortable position, and I do not ever take that for granted and not appreciate how blessed I've been. As I said, I grew up poor, and I'm in a great spot now. But the makes, the hits, they're my people. I mean, I've got some really good people. My business partner, he just walked in the door. He's actually sitting across from me. Man, without him being where I'm at, first off, I couldn't imagine what it would be like to be here without him. Um, and finding somebody that's loyal and is hardworking and is committed, and he's not just a great business partner, he's also my best friend now. People make fun of us all the time, but my people, I've got some, as I mentioned before, some fantastic managers right now, and they're your hits. That's it. I mean, they're your hits. When you find that person, and even if they move on, I've had a great manager in a store in Ponca City, and I point him out because he was the most successful versus. But at some point, your managers if need to move up from being a manager. Most people reach that point where they I need the next challenge. And they might be great. Well, in Kevin's place, my business partner, that was where I moved him up. I was at a point where I just paid off a lot of notes, and I could afford it. So I made a lifestyle decision for me. I said, I want him still working for me, but he needs to stop being a manager and do something else. So I created a supervisor position that I didn't really need at the time. I was doing that. I stepped back a little bit, made a little bit less money at the time, but I brought him in, and it's paid me back over and over again. I had this guy in Ponca City. He was a manager. He needed to move up. I didn't have that spot. There was nothing I could do to create it. So I went out and found a great franchisee that needed that person that I felt was a good fit for him. I put the two of them together. He went on, and now I think he's in charge of 30 stores or something. He's highly successful. He's doing a great job. He's loving what he's doing. We've kept in touch. I lost that great manager at that time, but I was going to lose him one way or another anyway. He was at that point in his career where he needed to move on. So I helped him. I helped him find that place where he could succeed and do even more. And I brought somebody else in who's now that franchisee that I talked about in Tulsa. And so, it's your people. Your hits are all about your people.